you go. Welcome, brave adventurers, to our Descent to Avernus campaign. Prepare to witness our party venture further into the depths of hell itself, facing fiends, demons, and the very essence of evil. My name is Shillianth, your host, and I'm thrilled to introduce to you the amazing players who will be guiding their characters through this perilous journey. Leading us into the charge is our Dungeon Master, also known as the Mastermind of Mayhem. He will be spinning the tale of Baldur's Gate and the infernal descent into Avernus. With his wicked creativity, you can expect epic battles, tough choices, and plenty of surprises along the way. Welcome, Dungeon Master Daft Chicken.
Hi.
Our resourceful rogue. Our resourceful rogue chef is a master of stealth, always ready to slip into the shadows and strike when the moment is right. Keep an eye on him because if you blink, you might miss him pulling off something incredible. That's Chef, played by Medris. Hello, Medris.
Cheerio.
The team's inventive genius, crafting gadgets and contraptions that turn the tide of battle or help his friends out. Oh, I was doing so good. Okay. Or help his fellow party members with a comfy place to not sit is the brilliant artificer Doc, played by Ion. How are you tonight?
Doing good.
And finally, we have Snubbub Shigar Morbash, the hopeless and charismatic bard warlock, bringing a mix of self-absorbed poetry and eldritch power to the party, enchanting both friend and foe alike. Whether weaving the tale of inspiration or tapping into the darker forces, Snubbub is always ready to entertain and maybe cut a deal or two for power, which is almost definitely going to happen. That's Snubbub, but you can call her Snack, played by myself. So there you have it, the fearless adventurers ready to tackle the descent to Avernus. We're excited to share this journey with you guys. So grab your dice, sit back, and let's dive into the adventure. Daft, over to you.
Thank you. What an excellent intro.
Okay.
Okay, so we left off last week where you had just returned to the Demon Zapper to either fight or not fight, to free or not free the unicorn. Having come away completely undecided what to do, you were heading off in some random direction, or you were heading off that way, when the chill wind blew through you as this sort of storm or this wall of ice just kind of washed over the entirety of hell as far as you could see, and hell froze over. You are standing where you are standing. The demon zapper is behind you. It's covered in frost. The Dow you can still you can't see at all. But as you're standing by your war machine, just this kind of frost and this ice just kind of forms over it, and suddenly you feel something that you haven't felt for a long time, and that is cold. And then you realize you feel very, very cold.
It looks like a lot of people are going to have to do some very unpleasant things when hell freezes over.
Oh, God dang it.
But what just happened?
So
Don't look at me. Oh no, said the shield. And he, what did you do?
question. Would Snack at this point clue into what's happening?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you've heard the tale of what would happen, so it's up to you whether you would. Yeah, it's up to you. But Shieldy, however, his facial expression seems to be sort of like his eyes have gone in, and his actual shield has slightly changed into like just an expression you haven't ever seen on it before.
What type of expression?
Empathy.
Empathy. Yeah, probably not. Worry, I suppose.
Okay.
And then,
Okay. Um.
Is it
Lulu comes flying out of the uh,
winter?
of the thing and just lets out a little trumpet of confusion, looking at she looks at Doc.
Oh, this sounds like the Ballad of the Cholton Curse. This looks like it.
What now?
The Ballad of the Cholton Curse.
Lulu comes fluttering over to you and hovers.
Is there more information or just a name?
Well, yes, there is. Have you? Okay. So Snack's gonna go looking through her bag, because in her travels she's come across this, and she wrote this masterpiece. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
performance, is it? Says Shieldy as he starts laughing.
Yes. Okay. In Cholt's wild heart, where shadows loom, Herwin the gnome faced her doom. A wild mage lost, yet she stands at the tavern once held in her parents' hands. Edwin the paladin, brave and true, with his husband fought the dark and cruel. In a land where curses hold their sway, they battled through the endless day. A turncoat's greed and ego's blight, he turned on them in a desperate fight, failed his check to the devil's grave, the ring of winter a cold deadly grave. To an unspeakable evil he gave the ring, it vanished in shadow, a cursed thing. With a flash it was gone, a wicked fate, leaving the heroes to mourn too late. That's
Lulu.
the Cholton Curse.
But you wrote about. Wait, you wrote about? I think did this actually happen somewhere?
Yes, Herwin the Gnome Mage. She took over the tavern that her parents were working at so they could retire. But she told this tale of how she wanted to go out adventuring, and she saw a pamphlet and was like bamfed to Cholt with some other people. They came across there was a whole bunch of things, including a dinosaur race that went terribly wrong.
What's a Cholt?
Hmm?
What's a Cholt?
A place in a sandy area
Okay.
where there's dinosaurs. And there was a curse, or they were breaking the curse. To be honest, I didn't quite understand that. But she said that she was the only one that came out alive. But in the meantime, there was a silly man who gave killed, I think it was Artie. I don't remember his name, but he held the Ring of Winter. So she said one of her party members killed the man who came along with the Ring of Winter, and then summoned a demon. And was it a devil? I don't remember. Either way, he summoned something from presumably Avernus, and then gave him the ring for safekeeping. And then the demon devil was appeared here, I guess, and I'm guessing that's him there.
So how long ago did this happen?
I saw her probably a few months, weeks. I don't remember. It all merges in together on a book tour.
Shildy says, I've heard of the Ring of Winter. Never would have thought it would ever be found. Oh,
Well, evidently it was found and it was just given to a demon.
and what, do you know anything about the Ring of Winter? I've only really heard its name.
uh,
How would a simple ring do this? Or is this, are there seasons in Avernus?
I
I'm not a local.
I didn't
No.
think to ask Herwin what it does. I just know that it was a very powerful artifact. That took over the mind of two people. One was able to withstand it, and the other one, actually, it was three people. I guess it was Artie, a druid, and then the turncoat. The turncoat killed Artie, but the druid picked up the ring and was able to control it for the most part. And then the turncoat turned on the team, so she said that their adventuring team unfortunately defended themselves. But he let the Ring of Winter slip away. She didn't really mention what it did. Freeze over hell.
But you think this thing is responsible for this?
It was very powerful magic.
Well, how many powerful magics are there in the world? Or in the multiverse, even?
Many.
No, hardly any, says the magical artifact right next to you.
But yes.
I mean, not to mention the fact that the magical artifact that's coming along with us is essentially considered a spare because none of us can actually wield him properly.
Dog can wield.
You just don't want to. Fair.
Dog would have much fun with Garguth.
Yeah. Gargoth again looks slightly worried.
Dog and Garguth will become good friends.
Okay.
How large is the shield?
How large? It's a full-size shield, so it's quite big. I mean, it's easily the yeah, it'd be most the height of Doc.
But his face is not smooth, is it?
No, it's got the it's got the image or the visage of Shieldy on the front of it.
I was just thinking, if I had enough wax, he could make a good sled.
Still probably could.
Yeah, you get caught in all the snow.
Doc has wax.
Not that we need a one-person sled to do anything. It's just fun, maybe.
Well, what have I got myself into?
You and me both. You are not going to be sled.
Snack's gonna pull her jacket close because it's getting colder, presumably.
That's not the proper use of the shield.
It's very cold. Yeah, your teeth are starting to chatter.
Is the machine warm?
Is it... Okay, question. Is it in a radius or is it like a slime trail type thing where it's even like this trail of cold behind it?
No. The entire, as far as you can see, from horizon to horizon,
Oh
is
shit.
frozen. It's not a circle or a patch. It's
Okay.
hell. All of it.
Yeah, it's frozen over.
Oh my god. Okay. So we need to rug up. Can we see a source at all?
No.
Well, how big is Avernus? How could it be to find one ring?
Like a needle in a haystack. Okay. So what do we do?
Are there any aspiring, hell lords or something that would like this to be a frozen place? Oh,
Is there though?
well, we just talked to one's herald through a mirror.
Okay.
But he's got his own layer of hell. Does he want more? I don't know.
I think we need to
Shelter.
get into the war machine and start moving away from the cold so that we don't freeze to death.
It's in all directions, though.
Was it all directions? I thought it was just one direction coming towards.
It's gone past you.
Oh, sugar.
Hell hath frozen over.
Right.
Would it be possible? Does it seem feasible to be able to get into the war machine and speed away?
You can certainly get into the war machine, and you can drive wherever you wish.
Okay.
But it's cold.
Okay. God, I don't. Okay.
That witch is likely to have a fire, because witches have fires for stuff.
Okay. So.
The Mad Meg, I think.
Well, someone's got to know what's going on. I mean, this kind of shit don't happen all the time. Hey, Minion, come here, pick me up.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Minion, come here.
Oh, I was talking. Could you possibly?
It's Nubbum. She tries to pick him up. Can I roll like a strength check or something to see if I actually do?
He's light as a feather.
Dang
It
it.
has no weight.
Dang it. Okay.
Right. I've had enough of these two plotting. You are now my bearer. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Sit down, and you sit. Do you accept?
Snack's just gonna start having like this really perfect tear just come down and she's finally sitting down.
I mean, don't
And
forget.
it freezes on your cheek.
Oh no.
Don't forget, the shield can create all kinds of fire. Well, some kinds of fire. That might come in handy.
Oh god. Yes, whatever. Let's go.
Okay. You see in your mind's eye a small contract just flare into being, and then.
Oh. Really? Can I just do it because I didn't agree to sign anything.
You got
Yeah,
a
you
full
did.
full con.
I agreed to carry you. I said I would carry you. I didn't. Can discuss it later.
He says, that's better.
Okay.
What are you going to do now then? Lulu sort of trumpets in concern. And I don't know what's going on.
Well, we could continue on to Red Ruth. I mean,
Red Ruth, is it?
Look, my Zoriel, she'll be in trouble. Oh, please save her.
Lulu, darling, we're trying. trying our best.
And going to see somebody who's of some significance could be helpful because they have hopefully a place which can be sheltered in or something.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
they might have some idea what's going on. That's probably good.
I don't know if Red Ruth would have information on what's happening, but she has information on how to break the contract between Zariel and the Dow. Unless that's the little bit of information that I've got wrong. And then the reward that we get from that is an introduction to Belle. Belle might know what's going on.
All sounds like positive steps to take.
Excellent. Tally ho.
Doc also reminds Nick that Mage stuck in Arcane Device. We also have to drop message from Mephistus.
Oh, that's right. Where we the ring around the rosy.
Yes.
We could do that on the way.
Oh, and yeah, because that would lead us to the frost giant. I want to say
Directions. Doing that, they said they'd give us directions to the swords.
hammer.
Yay! Sword, hammer. Oh, Lulu's ears get perk up for a moment when you say sword, and then when you say hammer, they just kind of flop down a little bit.
Oh,
Okay, so let's go to the Maid of No Renown. Maybe they'll have some information on this. And then...
you did lie about everything so far.
True. But in lieu of anything else, we can at
Sure.
least get some information. So we'll go to the Maid of No Renown, and then to Red Ruth.
Sounds like a plan.
So can Snack sit down now?
Are you trying?
Yes.
You seem to be able to sit down.
Okay.
That feeling is gone. You can, as you sit down with a wash of relief, I'm sure.
Oh, finally.
Sounds like you never sat down before.
Oh, it's been so long.
Weird.
Now Snick can sit in the chair that Doc made for Snick like a week ago.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, Chef would like to get driving.
Yep. We're all on board.
Okay.
So, he said to the Standing Stones, the Maid of No Renown.
Yep.
Okay. That way.
Can Doc try and climb back into the hammock and go back to sleep again?
Yes, you can. But after about an hour, so you get in, you drive. So after about an hour for you, but probably the wind sort of rushing in through the gaping holes in the machine.
Oh no.
It's just really cold. You can all make a Constitution saving throw.
I hope so.
If required, I'll also use a flash of genius for myself.
No, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, you're both though. Just need your roll when you're ready. But you two are yeah, you're really cold, and it's like the cold is sapping your strength, but you resist the effects. But you know you can't continue in this cold. It feels like it's about -40. Chef, you're driving. Okay, no, brilliant. So you're driving, and
No.
you know, so you two are inside, right? And it's kind of wind's rushing through, and you're feeling really, really cold, and you can have a short rest. But Doc, you can't, settle down, sleep, and you just start, your teeth start chattering. The same with you, Snubba, your teeth are chattering, and all of a sudden the machine just comes to a grinding halt. Pair of you make a dex save.
Oh God.
Which pair?
Zion and Snubba. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, Doc and Snubba. Okay, Doc, you sort of, kind of grab by your chair. And you don't get flung forward. Snubba, you're just completely unprepared. Actually, it's not a D20. You're completely unprepared, and you slam forward into the front of the war machine. Take 4 points of damage.
Would I still have the 6 temporary health points?
Yes,
How long do they hang around for?
24 hours,
Sweet.
or until replaced.
Oh, good lord, what was that?
Dog thinks maybe not Alan be driving again.
So, I mean, Snack's already out of the seat, which she's really upset about, by the way. So she'll go and check and see, if who's driving and what's happening.
Okay. So you go out to the front of the machine. You sort of, pick stuff up, and there's kind of this debris all over the place, and there's kind of bodies in the back. And you go to the front. You can see in the driver's seat, the chef is sitting there, but he's sitting there like he's completely blue, and he seems to be frozen.
Oh no.
Well, that's mighty inconvenient. Um,
It's bound to happen one day.
I'll call out to whoever in the back can help. I don't know if the sleepers are
Wait.
gonna.
Is he like frozen solid?
Yeah, he feels it to you like so he's not covered in ice, but when you touch him, it's like really quite firm, and you realise the war machine's actually crashed into a cliff,
Oh,
which is why you're not going anywhere.
Oops.
It's stalled, so the engine has stopped, but it's kind of just you're wedged into a cliff, and Chef is just sitting there like a frozen block of ice.
can you move, darling?
Maybe Snake takes shift down into hold. Then we
Wait.
start fire, keep warm.
Can
Okay.
respond?
Yes. But you're so it's you're essentially, for you it feels like your muscles are just like frozen solid, so it's like really hard to speak, but you kind of crack your jaw slightly.
Cool.
Cold.
Okay, okay. Come on, darling. Let's go downstairs. Or I assume it's downstairs.
Yeah.
Let's go into the cabin and warm you up a little bit, shall we? And she'll kind of try to help as best she can.
Okay. Make an athletic check.
Oh yeah.
Can he actually move at all, or not really?
You get advantage because he's helping. Yes, you move, so you sort of pick him up. He's very slow and very stiff, like like a very very old person who's kind of full of arthritis. Kind of gets up, and you almost hear a crack as he actually kind of stands up. And with his help, or together with your help, you get him out of the chair and into the kind of the shell of the war machine.
Snake, can you give Doc coin for a soul furnace, please?
Wait, we need more. Oh no.
The
Engine
sulf.
has stalled. I must restart.
You can't just use the same one.
Sometimes best to be safe.
Very well. She'll dig into her handbag and bring out a coin.
And as Doc grabs it from you, he will look at it quickly and he will hold it up to you to make sure that you can see the face that's on it. This one, yes.
Yes.
Danke. And Doc's going to go and try and get the engine on the machine started again.
Okay.
I think I signed
Right.
a book for him.
No, you must deserve then.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So you go to the front of the machine and start. You put the coin in, and yeah, it's kind of trying to start it. It turns over, but as it turns over, there's a bit of a clunk.
Clunk as in the engine's not running, or clunk as in the gearbox is not engaged?
Yeah, one of those. You
Is
can
there
roll investigation.
a tree in the engine again?
Okay. You very quickly work out that possibly the impact has dislodged something, preventing the engine from starting.
Does Snake or Chef have warm clothes Doc can borrow to go outside and check engine?
Snake doesn't want to take off her jacket. She will give you. She'll rummage through her bag. Bring out a silk shawl that's like it's like royal blue, gold, like looks expensive. You could use this.
This will make good fire for Doc to stay warm.
No. She'll also like there's some stud, like she'll hold this up, which is the studded leather. Yeah, chuck that back in. She's got a disguise kit. She's just no idea what that's for. There's bubble wrap that Zircon gave her. She's got some costumes you can use.
Which costume are you giving him?
Which one do you want?
No. Which one? How are you dressing him? Which one are you giving him?
Well, I mean, it would be a costume for Snack, so it's probably some type of regal gown that, like,
Oh.
she would have, or something. Um, yeah,
Well, it's yeah, you're twice its size.
yeah. Um, so make of that what you will. She'll show you. There's like some studded leather armor in there. She's just like opening the bag and showing you the like yellow studded armor, and then there's the blue studded armor. She'll bring out the plate mail armor. That's the one. Yeah, she'd know this. Like she's like, this is a full plate mail armor. There's no encumbrance on it, but nobody could use it. Shove that back in.
That seems like a valuable thing.
Doc wonders, is the plate mail very light? Or is it special?
Oh, I don't know, darling. I just know it's full plate mail armor with no encumbrance.
Doc would like to have a look when you return.
Very well. And she'll take the costume dress and she'll realize, like, she'll hold it up, like, hold it up as though she's going to assist you in putting it on.
And Doc will walk forward and stick his arms out and kind of wait for her to wrap it around him.
Oh, yes, that's probably better. She'll tuck it in. Like a towel?
Oh, dog look pretty in this. Ah, now dog is warm. Boris, go outside. Find broken piece.
No!
Boris bounds outside.
Oh, God.
Ah, Boris, you find yet?
You hear a bark from Boris.
Ah, now dog must go fix. And dog will head outside to where Boris is.
Inside, Shieldy. All right, Snack.
Yes.
Looks like he's a bit stuck. Hang on a sec. Chef, you hear a telepathic message, a voice in your head saying, do you want to be warm, Chef? I can make that happen, you know. Hello. Just
How?
sign this little contract, accept this little contract to you and me, and I'll make sure you never feel cold again, buddy, pal.
That might conflict with my current duties.
Not at all. It won't affect them, I'm sure. Almost positive. Just, you sign this little contract here. Do you want to be warm, right? You want to be warm. I mean, it's obviously. I mean, it sucks being cold. Surely, it'd be worth, just being warm again. Wouldn't you like that? Nice and toasty. You get a kind of a mental image of just being, warm again.
It sounds lovely, but no.
Sure. Just you help me out and I'll help you out, kind of deal. I don't want anything major, just we'll just do a deal, you and me. I'll look after you and keep you nice and warm. And you just do me the odd favour every now and again. Huh?
What of value could I have for you?
Oh, but your food's a delicacy. You're going to be the greatest chef in the entire multiverse for sure. Just you need a backer, that's all. I can help with that as well, funny enough. All your dreams can come true.
That ship sailed a long time ago.
No, we can fix that. Oh, in the very least, right? How about you every now and again you do a little job for me, like cook something, and I'll make sure you get warm now. How's that?
Cook something. What do you eat?
Oh, it might not be for me. It might be for a guest or it is somebody of my choosing.
I mean, you know that I'm not averse to assisting you in your endeavors anyway, without it being a deal.
Yeah, but I like deals.
Yeah, I know.
And
Right.
I mean, it's the way it works. We help each other. I do appreciate the fact that you do like helping me out, and this is why I'm offering you such a great opportunity. Just you make it like a little bit official that you help me out every now and again, and I will make sure that I help you out right now and make you nice and warm and toasty, and you won't feel cold.
No. Experiencing this makes me able to write from the perspective of frozen food.
Oh, think about all the things you can make out. So, do we have a deal?
No,
Sorry, was that a yes?
no.
No, satisfying some people.
I'll think about it. No, not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, I'll take that as a promise. And from your perspective, Snubub, suddenly the shield gets incredibly warm. And Chef, you defrost.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Snack thinks she's doing it.
That's right. Yeah, keep focusing, girl. That's it. You keep focusing. See, feel how light it is now.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just
Oh,
did I stop it
okay.
again?
Just keep waving it all around, Chef.
Yeah, yeah. Snack, you're now proficient in the use of shields when wielding shieldy.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
He wants to jump the proper. He has to do it himself.
Okay.
Chef, you're all you're all warmed up, you're thawed out, and then suddenly shield just goes out, and it gets very cold. Doc, while this is happening, you're outside. You find the part easy enough. With your tools and your skills, you quickly repair the war machine. But as you're out there, you're just putting last pieces back together, and you just sense this thing, and you look up. And as you look up, you can see this kind of large creature. It's totally a dragon, and it's totally white, and it's massive, and it's flying maybe 500 feet above you, but it's kind of flying in that direction. Well, you hadn't seen it up until now, even though it got quite close.
Okay, so white, like ancient dragon, great winged dragon.
Yeah, it's gigantic, and it's white,
So
and it's
Doc,
just flying past.
so Doc will look up at it, and then as he's seeing it go past, he will drop to his knee and bow his head, and kind of close his eyes, and wait, and wait, and then after about a minute, he'll kind of open one eye and kind of peek up and see if it's floating around above him.
It's gone.
Come on, Boris, let's go back inside.
What?
The Doc will wander back inside. And seeing everyone huddling around the shield.
It's from my understanding, it's not heating Chef anymore.
No, it's gone out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Snack is still probably just waving it around.
Yeah, initially you start to feel you realize that the heat is no longer there, and you're actually getting a little bit cold.
Chef makes
What
notes.
are you wearing?
Chef makes notes on the freezing and defrosting of living meats.
Yeah.
Well, that's information,
Yeah,
right?
Chef, you feel a little bit stiff, but otherwise unharmed.
Did you ask what Snack is wearing?
Yeah, I did.
She's got the A-line skirt that's got the slit up it. And then it's just like a normal bodice, I guess,
Okay.
and then a
Yeah, right.
jacket.
Yeah, you're pretty cold.
Yeah.
How large are our other companions compared to our bodies?
Your other companions, they're all asleep in a bundle together, and their bodily warmth seems to be keeping them just fine. Every now and again, Lulu goes and sits on them like almost like a pile of cushions, and they kind of stop fidgeting and they settle back into a nice happy sleep.
Maybe we could find some more of those Minotaur things.
You could do. Probably one of your more pressing concerns might be getting warm. It is very cold still.
No, it's bigger the Minotaur things are at least a little bit more bigger than our bodies, so we'd fit inside them.
Oh yeah,
It
wear a minotaur, I suppose.
How very Luke Skywalker of you.
Well, it's cold.
Maybe when Doc can start the engine, maybe warm up War Machine.
Yes.
Do you need assistance?
Doc always need assistance. Doc like having assistant.
Chef will try to assist.
If you hold here, press this, tap 3 times, and then turn handle.
Do that.
And
The
Doc
engine
will.
starts.
With the exhaust from this, is it just like a furnace, or does it have like an exhaust that pushes hot air out?
So it's like it'd be like a furnace, but it's it's not designed to warm up the driver or the interior. Kind of most of it's kind of like vented, but it is that bit does get hot. But you would certainly need to do some modifications to make it warmer.
Okay, so we could reroute the exhaust through the war machine to try and heat up the inside of the war machine.
Yes, you reckon you could do that?
Dog need metal. Need scraps.
All right, well, there's a few scraps inside, or you can start taking bits off.
Carrying plate armor is kind of tube-ish.
Maybe we.
Not enough. No.
Does it still have like a catapult and a wrecking ball and?
Yeah, it has harpoons, the wrecking ball, has a blade on the front, and armor and barriers and the odd unsafety rail.
Maybe shaft of harpoon and safety rail. Maybe perfect for moving exhaust through machine.
Okay, yeah, you probably could do that. So it wasn't a safety rail, it was an unsafety rail. It's the rail that's specifically designed to make it really difficult to balance when you're up there.
Which will be perfect now that it's getting super hot on the inside of a machine where people walk around.
That's exactly it. Okay, yeah, all right. You reckon it might take you about an hour?
No, Doc can do.
Right. Okay. So you're outside and grabbing bits off, and not Alan comes up, running up to you. You want help us?
Yes.
Great.
You help Doc?
I help Doc. Yeah. Which bit you want broken?
Not broken. Removed.
Removed. That's not attached, destroyed, destructed. Yeah, I can do that. Removed. I like that word.
Bring these downstairs to a furnace.
All right. He starts helping you. You have an assistant.
Boris. Help not Ellen.
Okay. Boris kind of gets up and sniffs not Alan the butt, which kind of makes him sort of oi, 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 and he just starts walking faster.
Good boy, Boris.
Love it.
Maybe Snake and Chef help too. Make faster.
Okay, certainly. How can I help? She'll start digging through a bag and bring out the bolts that were left behind last time.
It's perfect. Maybe Snake sing song. Make not Ellen move faster.
I don't know about singing a song, but I could read an excerpt from my book.
Maybe just beat drum.
Here it is. She'll just go through. She's pulling out a copy of her book. She doesn't have a drum.
While she's pulling out the book, Doc's gonna pick up 2 bits of cotton off the off the big dress and kind of screw them into little balls and stick them into his ears, and then pull the band on his goggle down over his ears to hold them in.
It lives high up in the trees. Unfortunately, I'm too tiny to climb those trees. I need to catch those amazing creatures for me. Only need 4 of them. No, wait, I need 8. Soon my bug army will be complete. Would you like some more? Oh, very well. Like, close the book. Put it away.
Excellent. Right.
She's just trying to help.
Okay. Yeah. After not very long, you reroute some of the exhaust pipes so that there's kind of like a hot jet into the kind of the driver's compartment, and then a couple of vents going into the main compartment.
If I cast or snack casts command to be warm, will that work?
Who are you casting it on?
Herself.
Okay, yeah. So you stand there at the back. So while after half the work's going on and nearly finished, Doc comes in and he sees you standing in the war machine, just kind of standing around, sort of going warm, warm. I command you, be warm, warm.
So Doc comes in and sees Snick doing this, and kind of stares at her for a second, and then he takes the band for his goggles off and pulls the bits of material out of his ears. What is Snick doing?
I'm trying to tell myself to be warm.
Okay, maybe Snick stick to writing book.
Good idea.
Maybe Snick sit next to pipe that Doc has installed. Maybe make Snick warmer.
Oh, God. Yes, thank you. I'll do that, thank you.
Is Snick okay?
Yes, I'm just cold.
Come sit by furnace. Make Snick warmer.
No, she'll go sit over there.
Okay.
If Snick listens carefully, maybe Snick will hear furnace too.
You start listening intently, like.
You hear this kind of hum, but the hum is it's sort of like a strangled scream of somebody being burnt alive.
Oh! She completely forgot that that's what she was listening to. Oops. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Fuck you! Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Starts feeling all nice and warm again.
All right. So the engine's running, the war machine's free. You can carry on your journey if you wish.
Yes.
All right. Where are you heading, Jeff? I presume you're back in the driver's seat.
Still towards Red Ruthers? No, the Standing Stones. Yes.
Standing stones.
The Mage of No Renown.
Mage of no renown.
Try and get that bit finished or at least progressed. I don't know.
Okay, so you drive along, and sure enough, the vent from the machine is definitely stopping you from freezing with this kind of wind, and it's warming up the interior, but also the interior does get quite smoky, and it smells like despair
Reminds me of home.
Yes.
Medrus, make a con save.
Uh-oh. That's where I'm not a Viking.
Uh.
10. That sounds not enough.
No, that's all right. You so you're this smoke coming up into your face. You find sometimes you find it quite hard to breathe, and occasionally you get a little bit dizzy. You shake it off and just kind of move your head a little bit so the cold wind hits it, and it kind of brings you back out of it again. Almost like you're being the fumes just kind of getting to you every now and again. But you resist. You're a fairly tough lad, apparently.
Hopefully not getting too sleepy.
So, are we at the Mage of No Renown or the Standing Stones?
Yeah, it takes you about an hour or another. It takes for what it feels like a few hours, and the war machine you'll find it seems to be quite hard going because it's the ground is kind of getting a little bit kind of slushy, and where it used to be kind of hard, it's now just frozen and icy and quite slippy. And occasionally the machine just kind of slides every now and again where you kind of hit patches of ice. As you see ahead of you, the standing stones appear.
Keep going towards it.
Yeah, you're driving directly towards them. Yeah, how close are you getting?
Just within as close as we can.
Okay, all right, you drive right up to the standing stones.
Yeah, I mean, if there's space to do so, it seems like a good idea.
Pretty close, yeah. Maybe 50 feet away. You park.
Yeah.
There's the wizard is standing there in the stones, looking at you, hopeful.
Is it snowing inside the standing stones?
No.
Ooh.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Is it like a dome shield? You just
Yes.
stay there forever.
Yeah. So it's like it starts. The dome starts at the top of the standing stones.
Okay. How do we ensure, but as we're walking up, Snack's gonna be like, how do we ensure that we get the information that we're after?
Deal.
I mean, we've already gotten the information. We know how to break the pillar, the spell, or whatever it is. We know how to break that, but he's a bit of a liar.
Maybe we don't give information until we get information.
That sounds reasonable.
Maybe we have sleep inside dome where it's warm, and then we deal afterwards.
Can we go inside the stones?
Without being at risk of the mage?
You've never tried to cross the boundary.
Ooh.
Doc is cold. Doc will try.
Okay. As you try to walk between the standing stones, you feel you feel like you're walking in treacle, and then no matter how hard you push, you just can't seem to get any further.
Maybe Doc will not have warm sleep.
I was looking forward to that. Looking forward to sleep in general.
Maybe once deal is done, maybe we sleep then.
Okay.
Snake, you are good at making deal, yes?
I don't know about that. I've accepted a few, but I don't know if I'm good at it.
Maybe Jeff make deal then.
I think I tend to accept too quickly and give up too much. It's just gonna be really awkward.
Well, what capacity do we actually have to enforce the deal? Do we have to get the mage itself to be the one that actually enforces the deal? I don't know how these things work.
You need a contract and a contractor, says a voice in your head. I can facilitate for a price.
What kind of price?
Oh, let's make a deal, shall we?
He's trying hard.
What do you want?
From you, you have to cook me the meal of your choice, of my choice, rather. I'm sorry. At the time I stay, and I will act as a broker for you in this deal and allow you to create an infernal contract. How's that?
Sure, why not?
Okay. A contract appears in front of you with a pen floating.
It feels like that is not contrary to, as long as it, provided it is not contrary to my existing obligations.
Okay.
Because
You write that on the contract.
Well, because I can't go against that.
Okay, you write that on the contract.
Yes.
And then sign it.
Yep.
Right then. There you go.
Oh my
You now have the
god!
power to make an infernal contract with this guy. Over to you, fellas.
So, we need what from this individual in particular? It was going to get us to do.
We
Was it the hammer? I don't remember.
I've gotten swords, but it could be the hammer.
Oh,
Was that the
Or it could be.
mistake?
Or it could be. I know a bloke who can help you, and I can put you in the right direction. We can answer both your questions about hammers and swords.
sure.
All you do, you let me out, and I'll tell you where he is. Simple, says the wizard.
And do you wish to promise that as a deal?
Yeah, I'll sign that as a deal. You let me out, and I'll tell you where the bloke is who can help you solve the problems of both your hammer and your sword.
Can we all hear this?
Yes,
Should you not tell us beforehand?
a deal's a deal, innit? You know how these things work. I can't not fulfill the deal. Just like you cannot fulfill the deal. Cannot not fulfill the deal. All we do is we sign that deal, and then I will tell you, and you will let me out. It don't matter what order it happens, because if you don't do it, hell itself will crush you.
Maybe Jeff need to be careful of wording in deal.
Of course. So, we need to spell out exactly what we want. So, what do exactly we want?
Must say that we give information to say how to get out of stones, not we let him out of stones.
Oh, yes, that's good.
The information that we have, can a person release themselves from the inside of the stones?
Yes, that is better way of saying.
Yes.
Or,
So
or
we
can the person, or can the stones only be opened from the outside?
Well, the
Okay,
instructions were to dance around the outside of the stone singing that rhyme.
so you can't do it from the inside.
is this like a group huddle?
If you wish.
So I do think that it's better to say we'll give him the information on how to do it. And then if there's any silly business, we can be like, haha, got you. And if the information turns out to be legitimate, then we can do it for them.
Ah, Doc thinks Nick is onto something.
What do you think, Chef?
Um, is the wording such that we will actually acquire what we want?
I don't follow.
What do you want?
I don't know. What do we want?
We want the information on the weapons.
We have to be. You have to be specific for the deal. If you're not 100% specific, then they will use loopholes because that's what they do. It's to be 100% specific, not just information about the weapons, but specifically what. Like the sword of Zariel, for example, that's specific.
Mm-hmm.
Or the hammer of what's his face.
Yes, and Kostatishi. We want to know where they are and how to obtain them.
Because that's the frost giant. Yes.
Yes,
And this Mage of No Renown was meant to tell us why were we sent to him in the first place.
that is
What
a good question. I don't
what,
know the answer.
what do we recall of his purpose to us?
We went to him because the big mage that you guys all knew the name of.
More than kind of.
Yeah,
Kind
we went to the Mage of No Renown because the Mordenkainen either
Oh, yeah.
couldn't be bothered or didn't know the information we were after. But I don't remember the trail.
More than kind of did know the information in your answer, but wasn't going to give you anything until you went and dealt with a mage of no renown.
dealt with?
Yep.
In what capacity?
Didn't specify.
Is this more? Do we need to go back to him?
We tried and he wasn't there. We couldn't see his building.
He tried, and he gave you a quest before he'd let you in. He said, "Go and deal with the mage, or before you start wasting my time."
What were we to do with the mage? Was it to free him, to annoy somebody? Was it to destroy him? Was it to banish him? Was it to deal with him?
I don't think he said specifically.
No, did Snick and Chief not ask?
Didn't think to ask.
Then
Can I
what did
look?
Snake and Chef think you were going to do?
I don't remember.
I don't know. He was stuck. So when we got here, I just assumed we were to free him to get the information. But I don't remember.
No, where Doc comes from, to take care of someone is a bit different than where Snake is from, obviously.
It's not exactly give them a cup of tea, is it?
So, what is it that you understand it as?
How did Wizard say take care of, wink wink?
Yeah, to get your point across, so to speak.
Can I roll a history check to try and get some help here, Dad?
No, because you have been inside the river Styx.
No.
Uh, um,
Ah,
I will. You do remember that the wizard Mordenkainen told you to go and take care of the mage of no renown. When you got here, then this is what you found.
yes.
Okay.
You see a mage in a trap,
Hmm.
but you also have originally seen through the illusion of the mage and see what is underneath.
He
Yeah,
was a
some
demon.
monster thingy. Yes.
What's.
Devil or demon?
I think he was a demon.
Was he a Belgora?
Yes.
Do we kill Balgoras? They look killable. So
Doc will need sleep if we're going to fight Belgora.
that doesn't fill me with confidence. Okay, so
Well, does this thing serve a useful purpose to us, or is it a means to an end?
Well, if you let me out, I'll tell you what you need to know, he says, and then I'll be on my way.
But everything you've told us so far is a lie.
How about Mage tell us what we need to know, then we let Mage out. Promise. Pinky promise.
Yeah, nah, that's not going to work, is it? Because, you're telling porkies.
No, Doc is telling truth.
Well, all right then. Maybe I heard your little shield there said you could do contracts. We'll do a contract then, shall we?
So, how many people have ever come here?
Loads. Yeah, people come past it
Really?
all the time. I mean, there was there was the twins. They came by.
And how many
Yeah, and
people
Bell
have
turned up, and then that wizard came past, and loads of people.
how many of those had any interest in seeing you out of these stones at all?
He sort of burps, and yeah, well, they couldn't work it out, could they? They were all very keen, I'm sure, but they were all maybe not as bright as you lot, that's for sure, and couldn't work it out.
Maybe you weren't valuable enough to them.
Either that
okay,
or a mirror ate them.
how about we sleep on the wording of a contract? We'll put together a contract, but we need to sleep on the wording of it. Can we get any type of long rest where we are, even though it's cold and we're at the foot of whatever?
Oh, it is pretty cold. You can try. How you doing this? Well, at the moment you're parked in the, kind of out, just the war machine's just parked right out in the middle by these standing stones.
Um. Okay, so Doc, Chef, let's go back to the war machine real quick. Little powwow. I think it's either way. I think this is going to end up in a little bit of fisticuffs. So while we think about wording of a contract, we have, a bit of a rest, something to eat. And is there somewhere we can park the war machine where the bad guy can't get at it and zoom off?
Doc was not paying attention on drive over. Maybe Chef no.
Is there somewhere?
Are you looking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see several outcroppings of rock. Not too far, but it's quite it's quite a plain, but there are large boulders just kind of dotted throughout it.
Okay. Do we all want to like pull up next to one of them, have the long rest, and then come back ready for what I imagine is going to be a fight with the bad guy?
Maybe somewhere we can hide War Machine, so not visible from above.
From above?
Yeah, Doc forgot to say, saw a white dragon fly by.
What?
We're gonna be somewhere.
Can I looking around, is it there now?
You sort of look up with a panicked kind of look around. The sky is clear of dragons.
I mean, do you normally see owls? No, because you weren't looking for them. How do we know how many dragons fly around here? Besides, don't they live somewhere?
Does the
Doc
dragon
is
have the
fairly
ring of...
certain that. Doc is fairly certain no white dragons live in Avernus.
Does the dragon have the ring of winter?
Doc is unsure of
Yeah.
what Ring of Winter is.
Our half dragon friend was pretty sure that there were dragons living near here.
Maybe you should ask a wizard.
Do we all need a long rest? Do we need a long rest?
Doc needs long rest.
Okay. Did we want to try for one?
Doc is pretty useless without long rest.
Okay. Let's back the war machine out to somewhere where it's not within direct line of sight of the mage and try for a long rest.
Okay. Roll survival. Everybody who's looking for a place to park.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay. Doc, you see just kind of down there's a large rock
Huh. Everything else.
that you could easily park the war machine under. And Chef and Doc, you both see this kind of rock. Snubber, you see a sort of similar rock, but it looks like it might have a slight overhang, just different.
As long as it doesn't have teeth.
Doesn't have teeth. Okay. That one looks good, but I think this one over here might just have a little bit more of a shelter from above. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
Okay, all right. So you drive under there, and there is a little bit of an overhang. It looks like a pretty good place to park. And you park up the war machine. Now, are you leaving it running?
Oh, we have to, because it will freeze if we don't.
Is there any way we can organize shelter within the machine without the heat?
I don't know. How are you going to do that?
Can you use survival to build a shelter?
Sure. Roll it.
Like snow shelter.
If we turn it off, do we still get to use the same soul coin, turning it back on?
Yes.
Okay.
Snow shelter, 24.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You
If
sort of
there's snow around, you can build bricks to make a wall.
yeah. You kind of yeah. Find some bits of old a bit of old material and kind of plug up the hole and then put some snow on top, or some
Like
frozen dirt on top, and you kind of fill in all the holes.
igloo
And,
thing.
yeah, igloo type thing, but still inside the war machine.
Brilliant.
And yeah, it seems to be warm enough. It seems to be keeping warm enough without freezing you. And every time you get a little bit cold, Lulu kind of flies up to you and just kind of snuggles in on top of you for like 5 minutes, and then kind of gets up and flies around to the next one. So you all get a little bit of warmth.
That's awesome.
Cute.
Forgot that I could do stuff like that.
Did you add the shield? That's what you're doing?
I'm trying to add it to your sheet, but it's being awkward.
It does say my AC's more than it was. Like
Yeah,
+2.
but it's +4.
Oh, wow. Look at Snack go.
No, is it well
I'll
protected?
manually just change it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the shield is it's a +2 shield, so it counts as 4 columns of armor class when you're proficient, which you now are.
Wow. That's huge.
You're
There's
also
17.
attuned to the shield,
Uh-oh.
and you can cast Fireball and Wall of Fire.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, that's not gonna go wrong at all.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh god, so Fireball and Wall of
Yeah.
Fire once?
It's got 3 charges, so Wall of Fire is 2 charges, Fireball is 1 charge.
Okay.
When we say possibly go wrong, that is not a bucket list.
What could possibly go wrong? Yep.
I get the feeling Snack may view that as a challenge. That's okay.
I love Fireball.
Yep.
My God, what have we done?
Yeah. Okay. So are we all rested now?
Okay, I've added the information about the shield to your bio, your character sheet. Now you've attuned to it.
Okay.
You can feel the power that he has been withholding from you as you gain those extra abilities. Roll. Let's roll d20. See if anything happens. Okay. You have a surprisingly peaceful night. So you do get a long rest.
Yep.
In the morning, whoever's on last watch, you hear this sort of like kind of tap 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 on the shell of the war machine. It's an imp dock that you kind of peer out.
It'd be Boris who's on watch because there's no way the dog could be getting out of bed.
Cool. Then a dog dock. Then Boris sees an imp kind of just tapping on the wheel.
And Boris will come downstairs and he will probably wake up either Chef or Snick, whoever's on top or closest to the door.
All right. Evens at Snack.
So
You wake up, Snack.
Boris comes down and sort of nudges your face awake.
Yes, darling?
And he'll sort of grab you by the jacket and start pulling you towards the door.
Careful, it's designer. But she'll get up and, like, go with.
And Boris will go to the edge where the glass is and kind of both paws up and sort of scratch at the glass where the imp is.
Okay, so peeking out, what is the imp doing?
Okay. You see an imp, and as you peer out, he sort of steps back, and you can see he's wearing a bow tie. And he looks it up, and he goes, "Oh, greetings, adventurers, heroes, mages, and great warriors, or whoever. Pleasure to meet you. I am Cryo. It's the name. I am here to offer you deal of the century. I'm selling for 1 day only warm fur coats, sole coin apiece. You look like somebody who might be a little bit cold. Got a lovely warm fur coat for you, lovely. Mere sole coin, 1 day only. Please sign here."
Unfortunately, darling, all of our soul coin, we've only got one left. She's lying. They've got 2.
Do you tell him that?
No.
we went for
Yes.
negotiation.
Unfortunately, we don't have any soul coins.
What? No soul coins? What? Do I have anything like this? Well, it's your loss then, I'm afraid. If you don't want to buy a lovely fur coat, then I must be off. Plenty of other customers. Have you not seen the weather? Booming. Business is just booming these days.
No doubt. I can offer you some rations, candle, a costume. It is designer.
I'm sorry, you're offering me like food I don't want and can't eat. Costumes that aren't fur coats for nothing. What do you take me for? Some kind of imp?
You are an imp. I can give you a signed copy of one of my
Bugger. Oh, yeah.
books.
Yes. Okay. Right. So obviously, then I came across a bunch of paupers. Well, if that's all, then thanks very much. Goodbye.
Can I
As he
roll
turns and walks
persuasion
away.
on the book roll? Because that is a very
You can
thing to
try.
do. Okay.
But some things are unpersuadable.
No, I'm gonna do it anyway.
He hesitates for a moment.
Do you really want?
Yeah,
really
he's definitely thinking about it.
You really want to offer a devil your signature unconditionally? What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Your signature be applied to a contract of their choosing?
Snack doesn't care.
Right. And he turns around and he comes back and he hands up. He quickly writes. He sort of Says, well, I mean, for a deal like that, I'd have to get. I'm sorry, I have to go to upper management.
All
It's
right.
beyond my pay grade, I'm afraid. But
Well,
don't worry. Look, I'll gladly. Hang on one second, and he just disappears for a second.
just digging that hole deeper.
Oh, okay. Maybe less than a minute later, the imp reappears, and standing next to him is a very tall, very handsome, very well dressed gentleman. I believe we have a book signing from Snubub Shagar Morbash, aka Snack, the author of Waterdeep, in exchange for a fur coat. Well, happy to do that. Here is the book I would like you to sign. And he holds up a lovely fur coat.
It,
And you look at it. It's Snubub. It's what book is? Which is your favorite book?
I've got it written down. Woman with honor.
Yeah, it's Woman with Honor.
Would she notice that there is something untoward about this?
It looks exactly like your published copy of Woman of Honor.
Is it though?
Well, from the outside, as far as you can tell, this is your book of Woman Without Honor, and he kind of opens it up to the first page, and there's your preface and your it's your words, and he just says, yes, to Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Uh,
Uh. Um. Would she sign it? This is the thing. Okay.
Fur coat. It looks it, it looked like a really nice fur coat, you know.
Okay, so what do you do in situations like this where I, the player, know that there is something iffy going on?
What would the character do?
Does Snack know?
I would roll dice to sort of see if she's twigged, but I don't. I don't think she would.
All right.
I don't know that she would notice.
Anything amiss?
She'll sign it. Oh, she'll sign it and take the fur coat.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as you sign the book, it just instantly kind of vanishes. Back into the fucking. He presents to you it's this really beautiful fur coat with a matching hat. It's exactly your size. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
She'll put it
Oh,
on.
my pleasure. Oh, so I believe I have to join the queue. Very well. Despite the fact there seems to be a prior claim upon you, I accept. It says, and he puts a little amendment.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. It's okay.
She's just looking at the fur coat like,
you
oh.
don't need to. You don't need to know any changes. It's all in the contract, dear. That's fine. Enjoy your fur coat. It is made of the finest babies.
It must mean what contract?
Nothing. Until we meet again, he says. And imp, you have done well. And the imp seems to kind of grow and change, and becomes a much kind of spikier devil. As he looks around and goes, "Ah, hey, break number 2. Here we go, rock in. Right, got more coats to sell. Laters," and he fucks off.
Oh God, what have I done?
Signed to Orpheus.
Yep.
That's a pledge.
Okay, whatever. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Although, she didn't wake everybody else up, so she knows what happened. Nobody else
Yep.
does.
No, she signed a book. That's what she think happened. And then this guy starts talking about a contract. She's got no idea what's happening. She's just happy that she has a fur coat.
She
Yeah,
wrote the
and you are warm. You are very cozy. It's
Yeah.
it's a pretty nice fur coat. Certainly worth the price you paid.
Was it though? Oh, God dang it.
No, of
Ah.
course it was. What could possibly go wrong?
That depends what feels like telling anybody else when she wakes them up. Oh no, I mean they might not supposed to get the coat. What is Snack doing?
Having fun by the sound of it.
Yeah, so is it time to wake up? We've had the rest.
Yeah, you've had a long rest, yeah. I mean, everybody's probably awake by now anyway. Lulu kind of floats up and looks at you. You can almost see a bit of maybe a slight bit of disappointment in her eyes if she looks at you. But
Oh,
you know, um,
Is Snack showing off her coat?
yeah.
That's a very fancy coat.
Yes.
Where did Snake get coat from?
An
What's it
imp.
look? What's it look like it's made of?
I don't know. But
In Chef tell? Or have educate?
yeah, probably.
it's warm. It is absolutely divine.
Oh, it's fur. It came from some living thing at some point, which is obvious because that's what fur does. But can he identify the fur?
Roll identification.
How do I do that?
Investigation, rather. Sorry.
Not survival?
Either one. Your choice.
Yeah, survival. This may give some vague notions to what the thing is. 13, not very much.
Okay.
Did she clock the name? Oh yeah, Orpheus.
Yeah, anyway,
An
great.
imp came, and he was offering fur coats for soul coins. I told him we didn't have any soul coins to spend, and I asked if a signed copy of my book would be okay. And I can be very persuasive when I want to be. So he went away. He came back with his boss Orpheus, and I signed a copy of a book for him, and I got the fur coat.
You signed your name for a devil.
For a fan.
What is there a dedication you wrote?
To Orpheus, always snack. Thank you for the fur coat.
Gargoth, does that sound like a contract to you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't agree to a contract.
You
It
wrote
was-
the contract.
I wrote the book.
What did you write? Specifically, what did you write?
To Orpheus.
Yes.
Thank you for the fur coat. Always snack.
So you'll always thank him for the fur coat. I pledge
You
to
said
him.
You said that the other way around a second ago, little lovely.
Yeah, you see, to Orpheus, always snack. How does that fit with other?
I'd.
Do you know Orpheus at all? Who is Orpheus?
He was absolutely handsome.
Excellent. Who is he?
A fan. Oh god.
So, Garguth, is it best to leave this as a surprise for Snack, or should we know
Oh,
anything about what's happening?
yeah, you know it is.
Ah, right.
this, this singer's gonna come back later.
What did I do?
Did Snick at least get magic fur coat or just mundane?
It's warm.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It won't. Won't
Yeah.
go first.
Your identification. The fur is so fine that it's definitely come from a baby something. You're not entirely sure what it is, but you're fairly certain it's possibly something very cute.
What color is the?
The other thing you notice is where Snack is, where she's like been twirling. You can just see like a trail, just a little speckle or trail of blood.
No, can Chef tell what cloak is made from?
Wait. So they haven't even cured this properly? This is fresh.
No, it's fur.
Yeah, but it hasn't like been tanned or anything. I take it like on the other side of the fur. That's not properly sealed. I take it.
No, you look inside. As you kind of you've best go. No, inside it's beautifully lined.
That's a wait.
But I mean, it's so warm. It almost feels like it's maybe almost like it's still alive. Almost, it's just giving off that body heat.
Is there blood anywhere on it?
No, not on it. The coat is perfect. It just seems to it just seems to be like leaving a little bit of a trail, behind her, almost like it's bleeding, but you can see no blood or anything, on the fur coat. The fur coat looks, immaculate, just apart from the very, very bottom where this kind of trail forms. Yeah.
Fascinating.
No, is Chef interested in actually knowing where cloak come from?
Well, if we knew we could make more, potentially.
Okay. Doc is going to begin to ritually cast Identify.
I have identify. Why didn't I do that?
Okay.
Oh,
Doc, you identify this this coat. It is it's several you identify it as several creatures, which you're not entirely sure the name of, but they're if it's like these like a Frankenstein coat. So these creatures are basically being living. They've been compressed into the coat and then kind of like almost like stitched together so that the coat is still alive. The properties of the coat is it gives you resistance to cold damage. Okay, so it is a coat of cold resistance. But the negative effect of it is wherever you go, because these creatures are still essentially alive. They leave a trail of blood behind them every now and again, just because of the way they're just being kind of compressed, almost like they're still bleeding from the wound that it took to make them. So the coat, you sense the coat is also in pain.
So Doc will turn around to Chef and he'll say to him in Infernal.
Yep.
He'll try and Draconic first.
I was gonna say Snack knows infernal.
Well, yeah, just Chef does not know Draconic.
Our doc will spend 2 minutes explaining to him in Draconic exactly what it is. And then sort of look at him and sort of just nod, as if, do you understand?
Chef looks confused. Puts his hands up and says, I'm not familiar with that tongue. I do know Infernal and Abyssal, if that helps.
I don't know Abyssal. But also, at this point, Snack would just be enjoying the heat or the warmth and
Around.
would, like, I don't know, be going outside,
I mean, he's also got Thieves Camp, but that's ain't helpful.
testing the limits of, like, how far out of the vehicle can she get before she starts feeling cold.
Okay.
So-
If you guys want a minute to, like, talk and say, hey, this idiot.
Okay, you start running around on the outside, and you do not get cold at all.
Chef, Cloak is still alive.
Of course it is. So Orpheus, if this is his work, maybe he's like Belle, but of the fashion world, making clothing out of people.
Do we tell Snack or no?
I mean, she didn't seem very worried about using the soul coin, so why would she be worried about these?
That is true.
I mean, there are plenty of souls in hell to be used for all kinds of manufacturing, it would seem. Especially when people pledge that. Oh. Especially from people who pledge themselves unknowingly to devil. Oh, to various fiends.
Maybe Gaguth's share in her soul is rapidly depleting.
It depends what his interests are in Snack. I don't really know.
A literate genius.
A glorified shield bearer.
At least she's doing the lifting instead of Ross. I don't know. They seem to be attached in some way. He enjoys tormenting her, I guess. But she seems kind of okay with it.
Unsure if Snake is carefree or brain free.
Almost definitely the second one.
Maybe when she come back inside, we not say anything.
I mean, this is a gift from her future employer / owner. I don't know.
How many owners can one have? A man can only serve one master. Snake, however, may serve 3.
3? Who's the third?
Well, it depends. It depends on what manner they are serving. Like on a plate, they could be serve a number of masters.
This is true.
Garguth and Orpheus. Who else is there?
Belle,
She
Mephisto,
hasn't signed anything with anyone else.
like no, like we signed a contract with the Mirror. I mean, we did fulfill.
Yes, you did sign a contract with a mirror.
We did fulfill that contract though, so that was done. We could get the whole set.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe you should call Chef and we make move this morning.
Oh, the standing stones. What are we going to do with that?
No, we make deal, we get information, we carry on.
Yes. Make deal that upon releasing this being from its imprisonment, that it will tell us. Sorry, it will immediately give us information about which thing? What's it?
Swords.
Snack roll performance.
Oh lord. Okay.
Okay. Jeff and Doc, you hear singing from outside.
What is it? What is it? She's just starts singing the ballad of the Cholton Curse again.
Okay. All right. So as you look over the war machine, you can see Snack singing the ballad of the curse, but she's dancing. It's like she's dancing a waltz, doing a reasonable job. But her partner is the shield, and she is dancing with the shield facing her as her partner just kind of dancing and swinging in the snow. And she looks like she's having a whale of a time. She kind of, as she spins, she just kind of leaves this little trail of blood drops that she seems completely oblivious to, in this kind of circle. And you can see the whole pattern of blood in the snow where she's been. And it looks like she's having an absolute whale of a time dancing the waltz with the shield while singing.
Just a quick question: the blood trail on the snow.
Mm.
Is it actually writing anything at the same time?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But the shield trying to look at a sigil.
Oh no.
You don't know. Roll Arcana.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, could be, but it doesn't. You're not sure.
Last
Maybe,
question:
maybe not.
is Snack leading or is the shield leading?
Um, the It's difficult to tell, but yes, the Snack is definitely dancing the subordinate role, or the yes. So I'd say the shield is leading.
Oh.
Do you think the shield is making her make some kind of specific pattern in the snow there with blood?
No, Doc cannot tell.
I mean, you follow some kind of, some kind of devilish deal maker. That'd be, I think, a hilarious way to get somebody to do something against their knowledge or will.
No, would not be hard. Just ask Snack. Snack would sign.
Absolutely.
This
Run a
is why
Dorian.
Amelia handled everything.
Maybe Doc goes start the engine. The chef get ready to drive.
Yes.
Maybe we leave Snack.
We have to
Probably for
Yeah,
the
we have
best, to be honest.
go back to the standing stone. Yeah.
Um, you hear a kind of a slight rumble in the ground.
Oh no.
Snack, you can see the ground ahead of you just kind of bubbling a little bit. It
Oh,
kind of catches your attention as you stop singing and dancing, and from out of the ground, you see this hand kind of claws out, and then it's kind of almost mummified hand kind of claws out, and this zombie just kind of rises out of the ground, and as it rises, it sort of turns and looks at you, and Snack, you instantly recognize Amelia, who you have just summoned.
Oh god.
What? Oh, mistress! Oh, shit!
It's been so long. Just give her a big hug.
Okay. Oh, roll strength.
Oh gosh. That's -1.
Okay, all right. So
Oh
you
no, that
kind
was
of
a
give her a
saving
big hug.
throw. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
You give her a big hug. And as you do, you immediately kind of not only can you sort of you grab her, bits of her zombified, just goo, just get on your nice fur coat. But
Oh.
also you get this kind of like this stench of death as you are hugging this several month old corpse.
Oh, you need a bathe. And then she'll cast prestidigitation on herself to clean up the jacket.
Mhm.
She'll look at Amelia with disgust and cast prestidigitation on her.
That makes no difference.
Oh. Oh, I thought it'd been rough for me. Come, let me introduce you to my friend.
She kind of staggers towards you.
It has been so crazy since you've been gone. I just... Doc! Chef!
What? What
It's Amelia!
is it? No. What did you do?
She just appeared!
How? Did we know Amelia at all?
So, I don't know, but Amelia, just so you know, Chef, she's human female, nothing special about her. In
Did he
terms of
ever?
look.
Did he ever meet her? I can't remember.
She just appeared out of the ground.
Is that how you normally?
No,
Get
she
her?
normally walks through a door. Would she
What?
know that she's a zombie?
Doesn't seem all with it. I mean, as you look, kind of like at the moment, as you look over and you look at her, and she's busy trying to kind of put her eyeball back in as it keeps just kind of falling out.
Okay, that's a bit of a hint. Okay,
She's holding herself together.
what happened to you?
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you, she says. Here I am, all this time. Still seem to be bound into your service. Let me go.
Oh.
No. We have a contract.
Oh no.
And on that note, we're going to end it.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you had fun. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.